It's very limited, I have to go very quick. And as Bhaktivedanta Maharaj has mentioned, we have offenses at three different levels. Offenses at the level of mind, then offenses at the level of words, and offenses at the level of physical violence. So we'll go in detail from the mind, because that is the root. Mind is the root cause of all problems. So for offenses also, mind plays a very important role. And the root cause of all offense is the association of the materialistic people. Why? Because material aspiration is the root cause of our envy. Because envy is the cause of offense. And why you are envious of everybody? Because you are envious of Krishna. And why you are envious of Krishna? Because we separate Krishna from us. Krishna is separate, I am separate. But when I start thinking Krishna is mine, then the whole concept of envy will go away. Just like a mother is not envious of son. Why she is not envious? Because he is my son. But as soon as son of other mother does better result in the exam, the same mother become envious because he is not my son. So why you are envious of Krishna? You don't think Krishna is mine. So when you start feeling from within that Krishna is mine, then everything belongs to Krishna also belongs to me. So there is no question of any hankering. Then all hankering will go away. And at that stage we can be free from envy. So when we get the wealth of Krishna in our life, then we can be free from envy, and at that level we can be free from anartha of Vaishnava offense. So because we will not go into detail about how to eradicate that, so we will focus on different offenses, and we know at least why our mind is contemplating on that. So I am taking from some writing from Sri Sampradaya, and according to that there are 12 ways mind contemplate, and we develop some ideas about devotees, and where we plant the seed of Vaishnava offense. So first is it's called Janma Nirupan, judging a devotee based on his birth. So Prabhupada said a Vaishnava cannot be a birth. But in India, when Prabhupada started giving Brahminical initiation to the foreign devotees, people are very critical. Even his god brothers also become very critical. How people from that kind of background can become Brahmana? But Prabhupada said, according to scripture, Kiva Vipro Kiva Nasi Sutra Kena Noi, Je Krishna Tattvavetta Sei Guru Hai. So it's not based on birth. Chaturvarnam Mahasrishtam Gunakarma Vibhagasa. So it's according to the quality and activities we should decide, not based on the birth. But sometimes we judge devotees based on birth, and we commit so many offenses. Then Sharira Nirupan, judging based on bodily designation. Sometimes, oh, he is female, he cannot be a good Vaishnava. He is from that background, he cannot be a good Vaishnava. He is from different species of life, he cannot be a Vaishnava. But from the history of Vaishnavism, anybody can be a pure devotee of the Lord. So we should not judge a devotee based on his body. There's Hanuman, he is from animal species, he is a pure devotee of the Lord. So anybody can be a pure devotee of the Lord. It cannot be based on bodily designations. Then third is Bhava Nirupan, judging based on age. So, oh, she's just joined few years back, how he can be a pure devotee of the Lord? So Raghunandan Thakur was the son of Mukunda. So Mahaprabhu asked Mukunda, who is father? Then Mukunda said, Raghunandan is father. Raghunandan was the son of Mukunda. Why is father? Because he is more advanced in Krishna consciousness. Prahlad Maharaj was very young when he was a pure devotee of the Lord. So, to become a devotee does not depend on age. Seniority does not depend on age. Or advancement in Krishna consciousness is not dependent on age. But we always try to judge someone is very old means he is very advanced. Doesn't mean necessarily. But Bhaktivedanta Thakur has given different ways we can judge the seniority. Age is one of the factors. It's our etiquette. If someone is elderly than us, we should respect as a senior. Someone is having a higher position, he should be respected as senior. Someone is in a higher ashram, he should be respected as senior. Someone who has become devotee before me, he should be respected. Someone who has got initiation before me, he should be respected as senior. There are etiquettes, but real advancement, Bhaktivedanta Thakur is telling, who is more advanced in Krishna consciousness, he is senior. So that is the real test. Someone who is senior, who is more advanced in Krishna consciousness. That should be the bottom line. That should be the deciding factor. Other factors are secondary. Primary factor is who is advanced in Krishna consciousness. But sometimes we try to judge based on age. Then ashrama nirupan, judging based on ashram. Oh, he is a sannyasi, he must be respected. Oh, he is grihastha, he should not be respected. But Krishna consciousness, advancement in Krishna consciousness does not depend on ashram. Anybody can be a pure devotee of the Lord, situated in any kind of ashram. Rather, it is said, whoever is situated in a particular ashram, he should respect other ashram very carefully. Very, very important. We should not think, I am in this kind of ashram, I am the best. Somehow or other we always try to justify, I am the best. But Vaishnavism teaches us to think, I am not the best. Then you cannot learn. So our philosophy is teaching us how to respect others. So any ashram is respected. Because ashram means where Krishna is in the center. That is ashram. So grihastha is also ashram, brahmachari is also ashram, vanapasta is also ashram, sannyasi is also ashram. And the purpose of all ashram is the same, to come closer to Krishna and become pure devotee of the Lord. So there is no difference. And different people take different path to go through to reach that goal. That is all the difference, nothing else. So we should not try to judge devotees based on ashram. Next is Abhayan Nirupan, judging based on bodily deformation. Someone may be blind, someone may be lame man, maybe dwarf. We should not think, oh, we should not laugh. Just like Rupa Goswami's example, that sadhu was lame man, and he thought because of my bodily defect, Rupa Goswami laughed at me. So a devotee should not be judged also based on bodily deformation. So that is very, very important. External judgment based on his bodily deformation also the cause of Vaishnava Aparadha. Then Alasya Nirupan, judging based on external activities. So I will go in detail in that. Maybe some devotees eat too much. You think, oh, he is a devotee, how he can eat so much? Prabhupada used to say that when he started in Mayapur, Bengalis eat too much rice. Okay? He said they eat too much rice. We should not think, oh, he is eating too much, then he is not a good devotee of the Lord. Someone may be sleeping too much also. Eating, sleeping, laziness, and also he cannot speak very nicely. He is not a good speaker, he cannot sing. Even Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur did not have any idea about the tune of singing. But he is a Mahabhagavat, he is a pure devotee of the Lord. So you should not judge based on some externals. But we always try to judge a devotee based on some external activity. So that is also a root cause of our Vaishnava offense. Then 7 is Vasani Nirupan, judging based on place of residence. Oh, just like some devotee in Manor, oh, you came from Mayapur, I feel so happy. So it doesn't mean I stay in Mayapur means I am a pure devotee of the Lord. Doesn't mean like that. We should not base, obviously staying in Dham is very special, but we should not judge a devotee. Someone is from New York and someone is from Mayapur. Oh, he is from Mayapur because he is from Mayapur is a pure devotee of the Lord. But someone is from New York or London is not a pure devotee of the Lord. We should not judge like that. Because where I am staying is not so important. Bhaktivedanta Thakur says, even if I stay in Mayapur, I may not stay in Mayapur. Like that. Because if I am covered over by the Mahamaya potency or Yogamaya potency of the Lord, I cannot stay in Dham, even if I am staying in the Dham. But someone may be staying in London, he can stay in Dham, if his consciousness is there in the Holy Dham. So we should not externally judge that he is from some place. Or someone from a slum, maybe hippie background. Oh, he is from hippie background, how he can be a devotee of the Lord? But Prabhupada started the whole movement of the hippies. They took all the leadership of our movement. By who? They are not college IIT graduates from India. All college dropouts. And rotting on the streets, they became the leader of our ISKCON movement and they established the whole movement all over the world. So you should not go by that, oh, he is not having a good background. So you should not judge a devotee like that. So I was a nice story that Radhanath Swami Maharaj is Anil Agarwal, is a big rich businessman, you know, right? He has some business here also. Anil Agarwal. So Anil Agarwal was in Bombay and Radhanath Maharaj is Anil Agarwal has invited Radhanath Maharaj to his office and some big setup. And he is taking around and he was explaining Radhanath Maharaj, Maharaj, look, all these are IITs and IIMs, but I am a school dropout. But people who are working under me, all are IITs and IIMs. Then Radhanath Maharaj also looked at, because there are so many other brahmacharis also with Radhanath Maharaj. And Radhanath Maharaj said, Anil, see, these are the brahmacharis, they are also from IITs. I am also a college dropout. So, Vaishnavism does not depend on the background. So, we should be very, very careful judging a devotee based on social background or place of residence like that. Then is Bandhu Nirupan, family relation. He can be a great devotee of the Lord because he is my father. Because he is my father. So he must be a good devotee of the Lord. He should be a good devotee of the Lord because he is my brother. So this family connection does not play an important role. Prabhupada, he came from a good family, but his family members were not devotees of the Lord. People ask also why he made the whole world devotees, but he could not make his family members devotees. So what to do? Krishna has the same fault. We are all his eternal devotees, but we rejected Krishna because we have our independence. So Bhaktivedanta Thakur said that if I know that my sons will be devotees of the Lord, then I am ready to produce 100 sons. But I am not sure about that, that's why I am not marrying. So there is no guarantee that someone who is taking birth from a devotee family will be a devotee of the Lord. No guarantee. And someone who is born from a demoniac family, he can be a pure devotee of the Lord. Prahlad Maharaj, he was not born from a very fancy devotee family background. He has a very bad background, but he was a pure devotee of the Lord because of the association of Narada Muni. So, we should not connect ourselves through family relationship. That does not play a very important role in our Vaishnava life. So, we should not try to judge a devotee based on family connections. Then, is Prakash Nirupan, judging based on spiritual hierarchy. We should not try to respect only who is coming from a bona fide parampara, he is an acharya, he is a sannyasi, guru, then we should respect. If someone is not like that, we will not respect. Yesterday we were discussing, we should respect only guru. Because he is a sannyasi guru, I should respect him only. I don't want to respect anyone else. Just like Maharaj was telling, that he is not a Vaishnava, why I should respect him? Because he is not a sannyasi, he is not a guru, he is not a GVC. Why I should respect him? The respect should not be based on some external situations like that. Today we were discussing, Maharaj and we all are discussing, that there is a proposal to make someone as guru. And someone has said, there is 64 items of sadhana bhakti, there is no item that in order to become a pure devotee of the Lord, you have to be a guru. It's never said. And I don't think Krishna has said, if you want to enter into the spiritual world, you have to be a GVC, or you have to be a sannyasi. Never. If that desire is there, and if you think that is the basis of respect, and if I want that respect, I can take birth again and again and become a sannyasi and a guru and GVC of ISKCON. No problem. But vacancy, there will not be any place for the spiritual world. Because Krishna is not interested in GVC or ABC. Krishna wants to see the heart. Just like Brahma, how to talk about GVC of ISKCON? So Brahma is a GVC, only one GVC of this whole universe. So Brahma was a little proud. And Krishna doesn't like any pride in the heart of the devotee. So he had to test Brahma. So Brahma came to see Krishna in Dwaraka. And the doorkeeper stopped him. He said, then Brahma said, I am to see Krishna. He said, who are you? He said, I am Brahma. Okay, let me check with Krishna. So he went inside and checked with Krishna. Krishna told that doorkeeper, check, who is Brahma? So he came out and said, who is Brahma are you? I said, who is Brahma? I am the only Brahma. So then they tell that I have 4 heads. It's okay. So he came in, he is a 4-headed Brahma. Okay, call him. So he entered, and by the Yogamaya potency, that Brahma saw that there are so many other Brahmas. According to scripture, there are Brahma with 8 heads, 16 heads, 32 heads, 1,000 heads, 10,000 heads. We don't know how to manage so many heads. It's difficult for us to manage one head. So, but Brahma was seeing so many Brahmas, and he became very humble. So any position in this world is very, very insignificant as compared to the whole spiritual existence. So therefore, humility comes when you are in a good association. Great people. But when you are associating only with juniors, then what will happen? You go down in the spiritual life. Unless you have, one of the cause of fall down in our spiritual life, when we don't associate with equals and we don't associate with the superiors. When you always look at down, then what will happen? You will go down. Right or wrong? If you always think, I am great, everybody is under me. The concept is in material, who is under me? So you always look at who is under you, then obviously you will go down. But you have to learn to see who is above you. When you stop seeing somebody is above you, that is the time you start falling down. A fall down is not an incident, it's a gradual process. And it starts with the subtle level and it manifests in the gross level in due course of time. So therefore, we have to be in the association of great personalities where you start thinking, I am junior to them. Then you will advance in Krishna consciousness. When you look up, then you go up. If you look down, you go down. So that's why we have to see Vaishnavas superior to us. Sakale samman karite sakati. Bhaktivedanta Thakur is telling what to talk about Vaishnavas. We have to respect everyone. At least start with Vaishnavas. Everybody should be respected. When disciples used to come to Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, when they used to offer obeisances, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to say, Dasa asmin, I am your servant. A guru is not a privilege, it's a service. What is the service? The Guru's service is to take the disciple home back to Godhead. Then that service is over. Right or wrong? So, position of a Guru is not a privilege, it's a service. At every step in our life we are servants. Starting from new bhakta to become spiritual master. Every stage, if we take that principle in our life, whatever we may become, but we are always the servant of the devotees of the Lord, then we are in the eternal safe platform. And it will be easy for us to avoid Vaishnava offenses. So we should not think that he is Acharya, he is a sannyasi, he is a senior preacher, then we should respect. But who knows who is a pure devotee of the Lord? Someone may be cleaning the toilet for years, he may be a pure devotee of the Lord, who knows? Someone may be a simple pujari, but he may be the pure devotee of the Lord. But if you start respecting based on positions, then you may land up with offenses. We don't know the purity of the heart, only Krishna knows. So we should not respect based on some external positions. Therefore we should be very, very careful how we deal with the devotees. So that is also one subtle point we have in our mind, judging based on hierarchy. Oh, he is a temple president, he should be respected. Who is a new bhakta? Why he should be respected? No benefit. If you have good relationship with the temple president, I can get so many things. We should respect him, satisfy him. That is not the Vaishnava relationship. Because I am president today, may not be president tomorrow. In ISKCON, just like we joke in Mayapur, in India we have ladies seat in the bus. So you can sit on the ladies seat, but as soon as another lady will come, you have to give up that seat. So position in ISKCON is like that. Any position in this material world is like that. Any moment it will go away, but we think, I will remain. That is Maya. It will not remain. So when we start respecting people based on that artificial positions which is needed to run a society, then we are making a big mistake. It doesn't mean we should not respect temple president. We have to respect temple president because he is a devotee of the Lord having a bigger responsibility. But at the same time, someone who is not having that position, he should not be disrespected because he does not have any position externally. Because in Krishna's kingdom, that position is not so important. Krishna sees the heart of the devotees. Purity is the determining factor, someone is advanced or not advanced. That ladder, external ladder is not the goal of our life. We think that is the ladder. So I have joined New Bhakta, now departmental head, then become manager, then become temple president, GVC, sannyasi, guru, perfected. Now I am going back to Godhead. No. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has never given a hierarchy like that. He has given a hierarchy, different hierarchy. Ado Shraddha, Tada Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anartha Nivriti, Nishtha, Ruchi, Ashakti, Bhava, Prema. When you develop Prema in our heart, then we will go back to God. I may be a guru, may not be a guru. I may not be a president, may not be a president. I may not be a sannyasi, I may be a sannyasi. That doesn't matter. Whether I have developed love of God within, that is the factor. If we achieve that, then we will go back to God. So therefore, in our relationship with the Vaishnavas, we have to be very, very careful. Then, Prakar Nirupana. Judging the devotee on intimacy of service. Someone who is doing very intimate service to the Lord, we should not think he is very advanced. And someone is cleaning the toilet, he is not so advanced. We should not judge a devotee based on how intimate service he is doing. Someone may be very closely serving the spiritual master. Someone may not be. Just like Srila Prabhupada. He was not so intimate to his guru from external point of view. He met him, I think, 3 or 4 times in his whole life. But his achievement is the greatest achievement in the history. Because intimacy to guru cannot be judged from external point of view. So, Srila Prabhupada has said, I was never separated from my guru for a moment in my life. That is called intimacy. That is spiritual intimacy. That's Maharaj jokingly said, holding an umbrella, carrying his lathi, taking picture with him, always serving him, then I am close to guru. No, doesn't necessarily mean you are close to guru. to become close to Guru is not so easy. When heart of the Guru and heart of the disciple become one, that is called intimacy. So that intimacy can be achieved by anybody. Srila Prabhupada was very intimate to Bhaktivedanta Saraswati Thakur because he took the instruction of his Guru in his heart. He accepted the instruction of his Guru as life and soul. That's why he was very, very close to the spiritual master. In the same way, who is very close to the Supreme Personality of Godhead? We don't know by his service, external service. Someone may be a cleaner, someone may be a cook, someone may be a pujari, someone may be a preacher, someone may be a manager. Anybody can be a close devotee of the Lord. We should not judge a devotee based on intimacy of service. Then, Vartana Nirupanam, based on occupation. What kind of, we discuss about ashram, then Varna. So someone is a Brahmana, doesn't mean he is a pure devotee of the Lord. Someone doing business, oh, he is in Maya. Some lady yesterday was telling, oh, money is Maya. Money is not Maya. So, Niskinchana, Akinchana Gochara. Kunti Devi is praying that Krishna is available to the Akinchana. Akinchana doesn't mean beggars. So all the beggars on Calcutta street will be the pure devotee of the Lord then. This doesn't mean like that. Ambarish Maharaj was Akinchana. Kolavechar Sridhar was Akinchana. It means when someone thinks that everything belongs to Krishna, nothing belongs to me, that is called Akinchana. That is the quality of Akinchana. So Brahmana is not by birth. Brahmana is a quality. Brahmana means who thinks from within that everything belongs to Krishna. Then he is a Brahmana. That's why he does not keep anything for him. So therefore, we should not judge that someone is a businessman, doesn't mean he is a pure devotee of the Lord. Prabhupada was a businessman in his household life, right? He was not a Brahmana, but he is a pure devotee of the Lord. Bhaktivedanta Thakur was a magistrate, he was a Kshatriya. He was a pure devotee of the Lord. He was not a Brahmana from external point of view. Parikshit Maharaj was a king. So in that way, we should not judge a devotee based on his occupation. Someone who is a Sudra doesn't mean he cannot be a pure devotee of the Lord. Someone from a Sudra background can be a pure devotee of the Lord also. So it's wrong from our point of view to judge a devotee based on his occupation. And Dosha Nirupana, judge great devotees. That is very, very dangerous. Starting with our seniors and ending towards acharyas. So judgmental. The devotee should not be so much judgmental. Judgmental mind is a very dangerous mind frame to commit offense. When you start judging, it is very, very easy to find faults in devotees. Very easy. Even Mahaprabhu was judged. Why? There are so many ants in his room. And some devotee criticized, oh, Mahaprabhu is a sannyasi eating too much sweets. What kind of sannyasi is he? But Mahaprabhu took it very seriously. So from next day he said, I will not take any sweet. But we have to understand that Mahaprabhu, if you start judging like that, based on our level. So example is given, there are different rules for different levels of devotees. Just like when we go on a traffic road with a car, so red light means you have to stop. So someone is driving a car and there is a red light and you stop. But you saw that if airplane is flying, he said, why the airplane is not stopping? Red light. But for that airplane there is a separate light applicable. So that we have to know that what kind of devotees are we when we are judging. Naturally when we have to judge, we judge from our own level. If the driver of the car judges the plane from that level, then what? He will commit offense to the airplane. So in the same way, when you start judging our gurus and senior devotees, acharyas, we have to be very, very careful that from which level I am judging. So judgmental mind is very, very dangerous in our spiritual life. Just like Pandavas. Why? 5 married with 1 woman. Draupadi. It is easy to criticize and it is easy to become judgmental. But every activity of a senior devotee or this kind of eternal associates of the Lord, there are so many reasons why certain activities are performed. So before judging, we should have a positive frame of mind. If you want to find fault, mind is always dictate us how to find fault in others. There is no harm knowing things, but trying to judge a person by seeing some external activities without understanding properly is a very dangerous platform to commit Vaishnava Aparadha. So in this way, the 12 things have been discussed. It's almost 12 o'clock. So, should I continue or I'll stop? Huh? How long? 10 minutes? Then we go to verbal. 3 levels. Mind, then speech, then physical. So we'll finish that then quickly. From the mind, it does not stay within the mind. As soon as things are dwelling in the mind, you have to release that, no? So that release happens through words. When your mind becomes judgmental by judging a devotee based on these 12 things, you have to speak. Otherwise, because glorification is very, very important, then you start glorifying. So that glorification comes in the forms of words. Because you cannot keep for a long time. When you start thinking negatively about some devotees, it has to come out. And it comes out. And that is the second level of offense. That is called verbal offense. And there are 3 categories of verbal offense. One is criticizing. Second is spreading rumors. And third is fault finding. These are 3 categories of verbal offense. When mind always thinks bad, then when you talk about that person, obviously negative things will come out. Right or wrong? And that is called criticism. And when you think something bad about some person, even if he has not done something wrong, you feel happy by spreading some rumors. You know, he has done this, he does not know whether he has done this or not. But you feel lot of pleasure by spreading that rumor. That is very, very dangerous. Because your mind plays that role. You have to spread rumor because your mind is telling that. Your mind has to be correct. And your mind will be very happy by spreading this rumor. And also fault finding. You start finding faults in devotees. When mind is always negative, you always find the faults in the devotees. Then physical thing, generally we don't do much because of criminal problem. We like to do. I heard that most of the people working in the UK, they always dreaming to kill their bosses. I think that also happens in the temple management, I don't know. But hopefully not. But there is a play I heard, there is a video game where you can release your anger. Right? Anger management, when you give anger management seminar, there is a game where you can kick somebody, hit somebody, kill somebody through games. At least killing through games. Then your mind is satisfied. You have to release, no? Because you all like to kill, but you cannot kill because you have to go to the jail. So at least kill in video games. So that is a natural thing, natural propensity we all have. So physical violence, we can attack, we can harm and we can kill. So hopefully it's not so applicable for ISKCON devotees, hopefully not. It's gross violence, and it's very, very dangerous to have physical violence against the devotees. So it is said that there are tremendous impact if we commit Vaishnava offense, and the impact will be greater if we commit a sincere devotee. Just like Kauravas, they wanted to drag Draupadi in. Okay, I'll be finishing. 10 minutes. Guru Maharaj 10 minutes or real 10 minutes? What? So Draupadi, her hair, they wanted to make it loose while she was dragged in. And Draupadi was a pure devotee of the Lord. And because of that intense offense, all the ladies of the Kuru dynasty had to become widow. So that is the impact of committing offense to a devotee like Draupadi. And from my experience, that history I thought is too much history. I saw my Guru Maharaj. Bhakti Prabhu is from Mayapur, he knows. When Guru Maharaj started Namhata preaching in Bengal, there is one village Guru Maharaj wanted to enter, and some of the people from that village wanted to stop because they thought this is from America, they are CIA agents, they should not be allowed here. And they stopped few people. And we have seen with our own eyes, those who tried to stop, some people got some serious diseases and died, some become physically handicapped, and whole family got ruined. So till Shastra is not in the only pages of Shastra, is the reality. So you have to be very, very careful. It happens. Some reaction can be instant, some reaction can be delayed. But when you commit offense, reaction have to be there. And Guru Maharaj has said, instead of chanting so many years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years, still you are not getting taste in the holy name, one of the main reasons is offending the Vaishnavas. That's what Jiva Goswami has said, that 100 offense, I think 100 offense, you don't get taste in the holy name. Then 1000 offense, I think different levels of offenses, then you commit sinful activities. Then next level, you give up chanting and give up spiritual life. You have to face the reactions. So therefore we have to be very, very careful that we don't commit offenses. So sin can be easily handled. When Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami surrendered to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami was expressing the humility and telling to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we are worse than Jagaya and Madhai. And they are not acting, they are genuinely expressing their heart. And Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami are telling they are from a Brahmana family and they are not working under a Muslim government and they are not earning from Muslim government. Their case was very easy for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because what was their only problem? They are only sinful. Rupa Goswami is telling why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could deliver them. They have only one problem. They are only involved in sinful activities. And Chaitanya Bhagavad explains that why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu delivered both of them, because they could not commit any Vaishnava offense. Because all the time drunk. So drinking alcohol was the cause of their deliverance. Because they don't have any time to think about Vaishnava offense. So we don't recommend for all of us to do that. But the point is that sinful activities can be easily eradicated. Just surrender, sarva dharman parityaja, mamekam saranam braja, aham tav sarva papebha, mokshosami masucha. Sinful activities can be easily eradicated. It's called dhuli lepa. A stone is covered by dust. So dust can be removed by waving some fan. So process of devotional service can easily remove the sinful reactions. But offenses is like a vajralepa. Vajralepa means mark on the stone. Difficult to go away. That's why it continues, not only this life. Effect of offense will continue in the next life. Daksha committed offense to Lord Shiva forgave him, again he committed. That is the effect of offense. So it has to be uprooted from the root, otherwise it will continue. And more you continue, more you have to suffer. So therefore it is very, very dangerous, because it's deep rooted, very, very deep rooted. Because envy is the most subtle thing in our heart, and that is the cause of our offense. So it is easy to handle envy when I gave the example at the beginning, that when we take Krishna as mine, that Krishna is mine. It's difficult to take Krishna as mine, it's wonderful God. So why not take him as our own person? Then whatever belongs to him belongs to us. We really want to be selfish, because we want the whole world should belong to us. That is the only way. The whole world will belong to us when we have Krishna in our life. Otherwise it's not possible. So those who are intelligent, Ramananda Roy is telling Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, they are not after material wealth. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling, na dhanang, na janang, na sundaring, kavitang va jagadisya kamaya, mama janmani janmanishchare bhavatat bhakti rahita kitai. So people will think they are fools, devotees are fools. They don't want na dhanang, they don't want any money, they don't want anything. But what they are telling, Govinda, I don't want anything, I just want your lotus feet. Because they know what is the lotus feet of Govinda. Because Brahma has said, what is the lotus feet of Krishna? Right? What is that sloka? Chinta mani pakura sadmasi kalpa viksha laksha viteshi sudabhir avipalayantam lakshmi sahasra satasam brahma sevyamanam govindam adipurusham tamaham bhajam. They know, because devotees are very intelligent, they know the source of wealth. They are not after Lakshmiji, they are after the lotus feet of Krishna, because they know. Satasahasra Lakshmi means millions of gopis are in the line. So people sometimes criticize in ISKCON, why there is line everywhere? Charanamrita there is line, Mahaprasad there is line. I was thinking also, but this is a parampara coming from the spiritual world. In the spiritual world, all the gopis and Lakshmiji, they are in the line to serve the lotus feet of Krishna. So if you get that lotus feet, there will be no scarcity. That is the test. That whether we want Krishna or we want Krishna's energies. That is divine and demonic. Sometimes we accept Krishna, sometimes we accept Krishna's energy. So sometimes we become Duryodhana, sometimes we become Arjuna within, because in Kali Yuga, divine and demoniac nature stay in the same body. In Satya Yuga, the demons used to stay in a different planet, and devotees used to stay in a different planet. Treta Yuga, same planet, different continent. Ayodhya, Lanka. Then Dapur Yuga, more close, same family. Pandavas and Kauravas. Kali Yuga, more intimacy, because Kali Yuga people like to have intimacy. So demons and devotees stay in the same body. So that's the Kali Yuga quality. So when Krishna was there, and before Kurukshetra war, Arjuna and Duryodhana went to Krishna for help. Then Krishna was there sleeping, then Duryodhana sat next to the head of Krishna, and Arjuna was sitting next to the lotus feet of Krishna. So as soon as Krishna woke up, he saw Arjuna. But Duryodhana said, I came before. So that is demoniac nature, always privilege. I am the best. So Duryodhana said, I came first, so I should ask first. So Duryodhana said, Krishna said, what do you want? Because I have given words that I will not fight. You can take me, but I will not fight. You can choose me or my Akshayini soldiers. Then Duryodhana thought, very intelligent. He said, if Arjuna, Krishna doesn't fight, what's the meaning? Useless. So if he doesn't fight, so he said, I just take your Akshayani soldiers. Then Krishna asked Arjuna, what do you want? He said, whether you fight or don't fight, doesn't matter. I want you only. Then people will think he's a fool number one, Arjuna. No, he's a fool. From material point of view, from any point of view, Arjuna will be treated like a number one fool. But Arjuna was the most intelligent person in the whole planet, whole creation. Why? He knows. Jatra Jagarshara Krishna, Jatra Partha Dhanadhara, Tatra Sri Vijaya Bhutir, Dhruvanitir Matir Mama. When there will be Krishna, there will be victory. That faith is there, that is called divine quality. And we saw that Arjuna become victorious. Why? Because Krishna was there with Arjuna. So whether we want Krishna in our life or we want Krishna's material opulence in our life. Kunti Devi wanted Krishna in her life. He said, what is the use of this whole kingdom if you are not there? Rather, it's better for us if you stay in the forest and you are always there with us. So that is called divine nature. When Krishna will be there in our life, when we will treat Krishna as the real wealth in our life, then there cannot be any question of competition, comparison and criticism in our life. Why we criticize? Because we try to get something for which there is a competition. But in the spiritual life, there cannot be any competition. If Nitai Charan Prabhu has become a pure devotee of the Lord, whether he is, I don't know, but he may become or he is already. So if Nitai Charan Prabhu becomes a pure devotee of the Lord, doesn't mean I cannot become. But if he remains the temple president of the Birmingham temple, I cannot become. That is the problem of material competition and spiritual competition. In material condition of life, seat is limited and competition is very high. So that's the problem of criticism. Because I want something other than Krishna in spiritual life. And that having position in spiritual life is the most dangerous disease which we all want within. I want that position. And as long as we have that desire, it's very, very easy for us to stay in the spiritual world. So we have to go for a competition where there is no limited seat. It's not that no vacancy for pure devotees anymore. Okay, wait in the line. Unlimited space in the pure devotee, for the pure devotees in the spiritual world. That's why we have given a competition from Shraddha to Prema. That should be the competition. That he is advancing. Why I cannot advance? It's not that, oh, he has become president, I should become president. Oh, he has a Bhakti Viksha in charge, I should become Bhakti Viksha. That should not be the aspiration. Because that aspiration will bind us in this material world. And that is the root cause of our offense. Because I want to get something for which someone is an obstacle. And I want to remove that obstacle. We cannot do in a gross way. In other Juga, they used to kill. If you have to get a dynasty, you have to kill your father. Right? The same mentality is there within. So that same mentality, that's called demoniac mentality. So that demoniac, what is the basis? I want something other than Krishna. That is the demoniac mentality. So when we want Krishna in our life, there cannot be any question of envy. Because Krishna can be available to anyone and everyone. If I get Krishna, he can get Krishna, everybody can get Krishna. That is the real wealth. If that is the goal of our life, then there cannot be any question of offense. So therefore, we have to fix our goal in life. When we enter into this Krishna consciousness movement, what is my goal? If the goal of our life is to become a pure devotee of the Lord, develop love of God within, if that goal is fixed, then it will be easy for us to overcome this tendency to commit offense to the Vaishnavas. Rather, we should try to serve. Why? If I want, just give you a gross example, if I want to become a temple president of Birmingham, which I don't want, hypothetically I am telling, if I want to become a temple president of Birmingham, I have to remove Nitai Charan Prabhu. Then I can become. But that is material conditioning. If you want something, then someone becomes obstacle. But if Nitai Charan Prabhu has developed love of God, he has developed love for Krishna. If I want to achieve that, I have to serve him. That is the sweetness of Krishna consciousness. To achieve something, who has achieved that thing, you have to depend on him. Because there is no competition. Dependence. That is the beauty of the spiritual world. So if that is established in our community relationship, then there cannot be any question of envy for each other. Because the goal is the same. Love of God. If that is the foundation, then whole community will be very, very healthy and spiritually nourished. If that is the case, then everything becomes very, very loving. So therefore, spiritual life is meant to establish relationship. Genuine relationship. And how it can be genuine relationship? When the purpose of life is noble. If the purpose of life is to develop love of Godhead, then any relationship between us will be very, very loving, without any competition, politics and criticism. Then everything becomes easy and we can easily advance in Krishna consciousness. And by the mercy of the Lord and His devotees, we can achieve our desired goal. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Sankarshan Nitai ki. Srila Prabhupada ki.
What happened to 10 minutes? Already 15 minutes.
You didn't say from which loka.
So you can have some kirtan?
We have some announcement to
okay.
say. And
Haribo.
Maharaj will come. He's coming. A big Haribol and applause for Sankarshan Nitai. Very nice class. Thank you, Prabhu. Haribol. So we have some announcement. As you see, today we have a different decoration and we have some quotation on the wall. Maybe none of you read the quotation, but to to incentivize your curiosity and you go and read. I have some presents here. For example, I will show something, please, Prabhu. This is, for example, socks used by Srila Jayapataka Swami Maharaj. Who won these socks? Who won this? You want the socks? I will ask some question during the day regarding the quotation in the wall. For example, this poster, what is written there, or Sri Namastaka is written there. Some very difficult question. So you have to go around, read everything, and every time someone answers one question, I give one present. I have shoes from Guru Maharaj. Who wants shoes? So you have to read around. I have, what else I have here? This is from the plane used by Guru Maharaj. I have socks inside. I have many things. Do you want? Yeah, you have to ask the question. Answer the question. So please go around when you have the lunch break, when you have the refreshment break, read everything, because I will ask, for example, what is written Prabhu, exactly behind you. What is written there? Do you know? You, Prabhu. You don't have idea. Behind you, there's a circle there in the wall. What is written there? Do you know? This is an offense to the holy name. Which offense is this? He knows, but you are reading. You cannot read. You have to remember. So in a little while, I will answer some question, and you have to answer, and whoever answer good get the prize. Also, I have Narasimha oils. So I have many presents, like 10 presents or something like that.
For sale.
Oh, for sale. Okay. So another thing is, I would like, before coming Guru Maharaj, I would like to teach you something. So I need a mic. I can use this mic. Because sometimes all of you are preachers, they like to preach and call attention of your audience, so I would like to teach you something very useful. Let's see how to turn this on. Hare Krishna, ahora sí. So Guru Maharaj is coming, I would like to teach you something very useful you can use anywhere. I remember 1 year ago I teach in Mayapur this. Many GBCs were doing exactly this, you will see. Because I am a magician by profession, I'm going to teach you one magic. And you can do in your house, you can do in your Bhakti Vriksha. Very nice. So it's very simple, and it's the famous trick how to change the color of a handkerchief. So for this you need, of course, 2 handkerchiefs. Because otherwise how you will change the color, no? We are not teaching mystic yoga here, no? It's a simple trick. So you need two handkerchiefs. Different color, because if you have the same color, the color doesn't change. You have to think, yes. So you take two handkerchiefs, the blue I put here. The yellow is very important, because the yellow, before starting the show, not in the show, before, you make a small ball like this, and you hide this handkerchief in a small ball like this inside your pocket, your right pocket. Inside the pocket, in the bottom of the pocket. And then you take the blue handkerchief, and the blue handkerchief is very important, you put inside your left hand. Have you brought your left hand? Yes, perfect. So you put inside your left hand like this, and there is two rules very important. The first rule is you never open the hand, because people can see the handkerchief. Do not open. And the second is never show the handkerchief, because if people see the handkerchief, understand, they suspect it has something in the hand. So you put inside the hand, inside the hand, and you remember the rules: never open the hands and never show the handkerchief. Never. Are you following? Are you following? Okay. So you put inside like this, and then you go to your pocket, and what you get in your pocket, do you know? The yellow handkerchief, and you move the yellow handkerchief like this, because you don't want the people to suspect here, understand? So you close the handkerchief like this, and you put the yellow handkerchief here. And from down you take the blue handkerchief, understand? You put one, and you take the other one. It is a simple mathematics, no? You put one and you take the other like this. You put one and you take the other, understand? Like this. Don't do like this, because people can see two handkerchiefs. You put one here. I can see in the back people asking, can you do it opposite? Of course I can do it opposite. You put here blue and you take here. Exactly. Well, yellow, green, doesn't matter. The important is different color. Different. Yes, thank you. My mother is there. Thank you very much. So remember the rule. The rule is very important. Never open the hand, because they can see the handkerchief. Do not open. So you put the green like this. And from here you take any color. Which color? Any color. Red. Who say red? Out. You are here to say yellow or blue. But if you want red, I can make like this. I made a magic gesture, and exactly. I get red. Exactly. Thank you very much. And this is the magic of the handkerchief.